As I promised in the latest short I released, in this video I will go through all the basses which I used in my newest song I released. If you want to hear the full song, I'll leave a link to it in the description. I used 11 basses in total, and 2 of them are just less aggressive in the background to fill the space. Once we'll go through them, you'll notice that the effects in those basses are almost identical or identical. The reason to it is that I always cloned the bass I created and then just tweaked some things. So this bass and this bass are almost the same basses. I just tweaked some effects, some automations, and maybe change the wavetable. And it's a really cool trick if you want to make basses which will fit together. If you create one bass and then create another one from scratch, there isn't a big chance that they'll fit together, even though you'll make good transitions and stuff like that. It's a really good trick. Just make some bass, then you can just clone it, change the wavetable, tweak some effects, maybe change it, and you just create another bass which fits to the previous one perfectly. So that's the trick I used. That's why I probably won't even go through the effect, because if you check these effects, I'll open another bass and go to the effects again. As you can see, it's the same thing. Maybe I tweaked something, I'm not sure now. But as you can see, 90% of the time it's just going to be the same thing. But I'll go through it anyway, because there are a few changes. For example, here is the diffuser filter, yeah? I didn't use it here, for example, as you can see. So there are some changes. That's why I'll go through everything. Okay, firstly, let's listen to the first drop and see which basses I used here. Also, if you wonder how dumb can a human be, I'll tell you how much. This much. Because I released this fucking song already everywhere. SoundCloud, TikTok, YouTube. And then I realized that I don't have a sub bass. What you say? Oh, that you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say? When I found out I had mixed emotions, I didn't know if I had to kill myself or like cry for 21 minutes. So no, there is no sub at all. Okay, this song doesn't have sub bass. Like, I didn't do low cut, as you can see, so there is some sub bass. But what you should do is use an equalizer on the bass, low cut it, and then add the bass, just separate it, you know? Just make another bass from scratch, sub bass. I didn't do it, because I'm a dumbass, okay? But let's act this did not happen, okay? And let's go to the basses, okay? It still hurts my ass. So the first bass, let's go.
Let's go!
I used the Monster 2 wavetable and 2 default shapes. You can copy these settings on all of them. Then I made an LFO like this, and used it to automate the PD from B, FM from B, level on the Monster wavetable, and cutoff and resonance on the band pass 12 wavetable, as well as the cutoff on the MG low 12 wavetable on the noise. You can copy the other settings on the filters. Here you can slowly copy the effects, and once you'll have them, you can just close it now, click copy, or clone, and you'll have the effects already here. You can just change what's different. For example, I removed the third wavetable and switched the wavetable here. Now I made the LFO look like this and used it to automate the PD from B, level, cutoff, resonance, cutoff here as well. And effects are the same, I think. Maybe there is something different, so that's why I'm going to show you. Yeah, there is a low cut here. And maybe I tweaked some settings, but 90% of the previous bass is here. Then I used one LFO shaped like this to automate the wavetable position on the monster wavetable, and one LFO shaped like this to automate the rate on the first LFO. And that's another bass. Again, what I did, I just cloned it and tweaked some settings here. Here I left the LFO like this and used it to automate the PD from B, level, cutoff, resonance. Again, the same thing here as well. It's almost the same thing, I just changed the wavetable again, rise 3 octaves here. And the effects should be the same, maybe something is tweaked. You maybe think that's a lazy shit to copy the basses, but as I said, it will sound better if you do it. Try it yourself. It's a really good strategy and many people use it. Now the other bass, almost the same thing again. Just tweaked a few things. Again, same automations as before, almost the same effects. Again, I just changed the wavetable, tweaked the octaves and semitones. Oh, I even used the same wavetable, look. Trilobite 3, and here it's Trilobite 3 as well. So I used the same wavetable, I just tweaked this. I just lowered 3 octaves. And you have a new bass, bro. Look. It sounds different, and it's the same thing. What the hell? And do the same thing again. Clone the bass you created and tweak it. Here I use the dying sign and 2 sol waves. You can copy these settings on them. Make one LFO look like this. Make the second LFO look like this, and make the third LFO look like this. And use it to automate the position on the first LFO like this. Again, same automations before, you already have them because you cloned the previous bass, so you don't have to do anything. You already have it done. And here you can copy the effects. Again, maybe something is different. I'm not sure if I tweaked something. Yeah, I added diffuser here. And you can use the second LFO to automate the wavetable position on the dying sign to add a bit more movement. And again, clone the bass, and you have another one. I use the second LFO for the same thing, just lower it a bit like this. And use the third LFO like this to automate the rate on the first LFO like this. Then change the wavetables like this, and again the same thing. Same automations, same filters, and maybe same effects. Oh, here I use the phaser, okay, so this is different here. And a small low cut. Like as you can see, it's almost identical to the first bass. When it comes to effects, settings and stuff like that, but it sounds different. And it fits together perfectly. Again, clone it. Oh wait, don't clone this time. Don't clone this time because this is another bass I created from scratch and it's just in the background. Yeah, as well as this one. So make this one from scratch because it has completely different settings and stuff like that. You can copy these settings on the oscillator step, and here you can copy the effects. Then just lower the volume a lot, minus 27 decibels almost, so it's in the background and filling the space a bit more. Then you can clone it, copy the effects here, and I just changed a few things here. The wavetables, for example. Okay, now you can clone any bass that doesn't mind. Clone the fourth one, for example. Because the fourth one has the same LFO, so you won't have to change that. Again, everything almost identical, just change the wavetables like these. Here you can copy the effects. Again, the same thing, almost. Phaser filter is added here, and some low cut as well. Now you can clone it again, and let's do the same thing. Here I have a dying sign again. You can copy these settings. This shaped LFO, again, automate the same things. Here you can copy the effects. Again, almost identical, if not identical. And you have another cool bass, bro. Simple as that. And the last bass was used in the last drop, so I'm going to play it real quick. And this is the same part as in the previous drop. So I don't have to play it again. Once you create all the basses, you can use some automation clips to make different stuff. For example, for the first bass, I just lowered the rate a bit, so now it sounds like this. We went from this to this. One automation and it sounds different again. Compared to this. What the f? One simple automation. You don't even have to change the bass, create another one. It's that simple. Okay, here is the last bass. Again, you can clone a previous one and just tweak it. Use these three wavetables. Same automations with the first LFO again. Here you can copy the effects. Almost identical again as always. Then use the second LFO to automate the wavetable position like this. And one LFO like this to automate the PD from B on the monster too. And those are all the basses. It was very quick because they all have similar stuff, just tweaked differently. And trust me, try to use this technique on your next song. This works so f***ing well. No one can say that this bass and this bass are the same thing, just tweaked differently. It sounds like they both were made from scratch, but in reality they're almost identical when it comes to effects. Just change the wavetables, tweak them a bit, tweak the settings a bit, and you have a new bass. You don't even have to do it from scratch. So try it, believe me, this works so f***ing well, bro. You'll save so much time by doing this. It's not laziness, okay? This is actually perfect. All the basses sound different, maybe just a little bit similar, and I created a pretty decent song out of them, I would say. Maybe you don't like it, but that's your opinion. Me personally, I like this. Like, this bass is f***ing hard. I love it for some reason. Okay, thank you very much for watching. This will be a bit short, but I don't have anything else to show you. If you would like a full breakdown of this song, then maybe I can make another video. I can show you what all the automation does, what effects I used, the samples, how I post-process some stuff, but mostly it's just some EQing and certain effects. I didn't even use it everywhere, yeah. Like here it's not even used. So I have like no post-processing on most of the basses. If you would like to listen to the full song, as I said earlier, I've put the link to the song in the description. You'll also support me by listening to it. If you like my videos and you would like to support me, you can like and subscribe, or follow me if you are watching this on TikTok. I also have a Slovak channel where I post gaming videos in Slovak language. If you are from Slovakia, I'll put the link to it in the description as well. You can go check it out. Again, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.